What's up, y'all? It's your girl Azurite. I feel so far away from y'all. I can barely see you. Let me scoot up a little bit. Okay, what's up? I can still barely see y'all. Just making this video make my stomach hurt. Oh my gosh. Ugh. My stomach wasn't hurting before I started making this video. My stomach wasn't hurting before I started making this video. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Y'all had the craziest experience last night. Let me tell y'all what happened. So I met this dude on social media. And he had this picture on a balcony. And I was like, oh, that balcony looked like those apartments I wanted to move into. You know, through message, he sounded all great. Sounded like he could be sweet. Possibly could be a boyfriend and everything. All right, so, you know, so he was like, I like to smoke hookah, this and that. So I was like, all right, cool. We can go to a hookah spot. So I was giving him some suggestions of hookah spots we could go to. He did not want to go to the hookah spot I wanted to go to. He said he only wanted to go to places that was going to play Afro beats. He was real set on playing Predator music. All the artists he played was people that got sex trafficking charges for kids, in jail for domestic violence against women. And if it wasn't one of those two, it was one of them little motherfucking rappers from Nigeria. Then I'll sacrifice somebody in their family to get famous. I'm telling you, it was just crazy. I was like, so he gave me the address. I was like, yep, this is the apartments that I was. So the Deplatforming Pimp Culture video series came from this apartment complex. Okay, it's not even an apartment complex. It's a condominium. It's a high rise. You can own these. There was an ancestor, I told y'all, that came to me after I left those condominiums and I went and got Colombian food. I watched another influencer's video yesterday about him getting kidnapped by Colombians and being held hostage. Okay? So I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the Colombian bakery. Then I was like, nah, I ain't going to do that. I still ended up on that side of town. Anyway, like this dude slick lured me from where I was to come over there to the strip where he was. Because these condo, when the high rises are near the strip. There are 1 or 2 high rises near the strip. It's 3 high rises on the strip. Well, 4 high rises on. It's a lot of high rises on and around the strip. But there's 2 specific ones that everybody can see. This particular condominium complex is so tall. It's the only complex you can see when you fly out of Vegas or fly into Vegas from your airplane. When you touch down in Vegas, you can see this high rise. When you leave Vegas, you can see this high rise. That and the skyscraper casinos are the only things you can see. You can't see anybody else's house in the whole city of Las Vegas from their airplane except for those high rises that I was just at last night. See, I wanted to smoke a blunt on his balcony, but I was kind of scared. He had the door open when I got there, like, so I could see the balcony. I guess that was his way of letting me know I was invited to go on his balcony, but I still didn't go. So I get there, and I'm hanging out, and I'm like, the energy in here is off. 1, he burnt some sage in this bitch. 2, it smelled so bad. It smelled like death and dirty feet in that bitch. Like somebody's body was stuffed in that house somewhere. Like, I swear to God, it smelled like somebody died in that bitch. Maybe not died then, but baby, somebody has died in that high rise at some point. In that particular one that I was in, they died. And like, I kind of was having like visions of how they died. It was a woman. I'm telling, okay, maybe the woman who I was thinking about energy. I don't, y'all, this mediums, not even medium. These dead folks that be getting killed by these pimps, bro, the messages be so skewed, because I think sometimes they be blurring together what's going on. Sometimes I think they be blurring lifetimes. Sometimes I feel like some of these sex workers that died on the strip, some of them died in other states in other lifetimes. They like consistently have been sex workers in each life and gotten killed early. Like, it's so sad. It's so sad. But anyways, that's not beside the point. This man was a Caribbean man. He was from New York. He wasn't very specific on what he was looking for. You know, I don't even know if I really asked. Then when I got there and I started asking questions, he's like, you didn't ask. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So since I didn't ask, you just don't disclose the information to let me know that you didn't have no intentions of trying to be on nothing but trying to go get some money. So then he started complaining about his finances. He was doing stuff like what I be doing as a girl. Like, I be like, oh, I gotta pay this. Da, 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 da. He was like, oh, I gotta pay $3,000 in 2 weeks. I was looking like, why the fuck you telling me, nigga? You live in the high rise. You supposed to have the money. He ain't had no furniture. Looked like he ain't had no food. I was like, bro, what is this what the bachelor? Y'all bachelor pass looks sad. I've noticed the consistency in all the pimps that I've met. Okay, in Vegas, maybe it's just the ones I be meeting. These niggas don't got no furniture. The only furniture they be having in the house is a bed. And shit to get fucked up on, like high, drunk, shit like that. That's it. There's no furniture. Maybe a little baby ass sofa. So you mean, that for me, that's a key indication. You are living way beyond your means, sir. Because if you could afford to be here, bro, if you could afford this lifestyle, sir, you will have you some nice ass ties. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you gotta dress up all the time. I'm just like, man, you don't even look like you own anything that shows that you're supposed to be in this place long term. Then it just felt like there was nobody in that fucking house but me. There was not a soul in that bitch but me. I swear to God, that's how it felt. Oh, I didn't even recognize it. I was like, it's so cold. Like, I was like, the balcony's open. It was like, okay, so like, you know, I be telling people all the time, I be like, when I be on the strip be cold as fuck because there's no souls out there, right? It's not that the whole strip has no souls, but that's the energy. There's no souls. Your soul, I don't think your soul's allowed to be on the strip. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that's a whole nother parallel dimension of thought. What if there's a dimension in Las Vegas that the strip creates where your soul is not there, only your shadow? Which makes so much sense as to why celebrities and all type of people would die. Like, because like if your shadow ain't that big, like you're not gonna be able to survive out there. Oh my God, that's nasty. I don't even know what that would be like called in the spirit world. Like this is some indigenous ancient shit that has to do with the Paiute tribe. This is like a area where they was doing something special, and these motherfuckers done turned into notorious tracksmen, and this motherfucker is fucking people's lives up. But that's beside the point. This man had no good, like, I kind of was shocked. I was like, he just let me go so easy. He didn't even try to keep me at all. I mean, it was like we was in two different parallel universes. It was like he was in a dimension and I was in a dimension. And it was like we could see each other. We could be in the same room with each other, but he couldn't fuck with me. But I was fucking with him. Like my energy was fucking with him so bad. That man could not sit next to me for long, bro. Like he was like my energy was so high. He kept getting up, going in the bathroom, hiding. He's like hiding in his own apartment. How the fuck? Like, you the pimp. You the predator. You invite me over thinking you about to take advantage of me. I come into your house. You big New York. Nigga, you got the energy like you scared in this bitch. Nigga, like you don't even know how to ask me politely to leave your house. Like, nigga, the energy that nigga had with me was cold. Like, it was nobody in that bitch. But it wasn't cold like he was gonna kill me like I was a nigga in New York. It was cold like this man seen his maker. Like death, the Grim Reaper of death came to see his ass, and the Grim Reaper of death was me. And I was like, yeah, you ain't really been a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to judge you like on some God type shit, like you ain't been a good person, bro. You been, I don't even know, like you don't even, whoever's body that you got ain't even in there no more. That motherfucker been gone. I think he was a cute or a cool guy. Like the guy whose body this demon was in, he seemed like he was cool when he was alive. But that motherfucking shit that was inside of that motherfucking dude's body was not a fucking move. It wasn't. Then it was so bad. Like the demon was so sucking so much from him, his whole body was dry. Like his lips was dry, but it wasn't like an external dry. It was like a from the inside out dry. His hands was from the inside out dry. Like he legitimately was like a stuffed puppet of a nigga. And he was trying to find girls to go out on the strip and sell pussy for him. And he was bitching and complaining, talking about there's strippers on the strip that be telling on him or telling on dudes. He was complaining about all his pimp problems. And I was like, why is he confiding in me about this shit? Like, why does this nigga trust me to know all his pimp problems? Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, like, nigga, are you tired of living this life or something? I don't understand why you telling me these things. Like, it was like he was telling me in code, though. Like, so, like, if you wasn't a part of the shit, you not gonna know what he talking about. So I was just like, you know what? I don't know what these niggas be thinking, bro. Like, I think these niggas be thinking, like, they be seeing me and shit, and they be like, oh, like, that's how I know this Deplatform Pimp Culture series is serious. This shit is serious. Like, I started this shit like slick playing. Okay? This shit is serious. I have manifested being inside of the place that I was talking about in the first video. I have met a series of pimps since then. Like, all different types of walks of life. Motherfuckers in the military. This is the second I met a military pimp. This is the second when he was a truck driver. Like, I've been meeting really, really, really bad people, bro. Really. And these niggas can't fuck with me, bro. Like, these niggas is coming to me, and I'm like, why are y'all around me? Y'all know I don't fuck with you, right? It's like they know I don't fuck with them. They know they can't really get what they want. It's like they try to get what they want, but they know they can't. Like, I think I've reached a certain level of intellect or something now. Like, I feel like when I first moved to Las Vegas, I was prey to these niggas. Cause I didn't know how this shit worked, right? I didn't know how to tap into my shadow to show like I used to with the niggas and the gangs. I didn't know how to tap into my shadow to show like, bitch, I'm fucked up. Not fucked up. I'm powerful as fuck too on that side, nigga. Yeah. You ain't the first one, be the last. I got bodies too, nigga. It might not be from this lifetime. My daddy and them got bodies. I got bodies because my fucking family got bodies from being in the military. So I got a whole nother type of level of bodies than you got. You got civilian bodies, nigga. I got in the global streets. My motherfucking last name means blood on these motherfuckers' heads that play with me. You understand me? The motherfuckers coming from other countries may not physically see me spiritually. They see my motherfucking family being out here fucking up some motherfuckers and taking names out here in these motherfucking countries out here to keep America peaceful. Out here fighting for their country. So now that my fucking partners and my grandfathers and great-grandfathers and ancestors know that this country ain't shit, they now fight for me. I'm the general in this bitch. So when I come into your motherfucking space and you think you about to come play with me, motherfucker, know that I physically might be alone, but bitch, I got a whole lot of real dangerous ass killers that will come fuck your life up for fucking with me. And I felt that shit when I was in there. Like, bitch, I ain't even worrying about you. I'm about to exit stage left because it ain't no reason for me to just hang out in this bitch. I don't even got my weed. It's in the car. Maybe if I had smoked a blunt or something, I would have wanted to sit and talk to the pimp and interview him. Like, this is the thing. I think a nigga like this dude here, if he was the one to be in some type of like interview situation with me, like let me interview him about his life and shit, and he ain't gonna harm me, then I'm cool with that. But I ain't fucking with none of these pimps out here that's aggressive, that's trying to seek me harm and trying to manipulate me. Bitch, I could get the fuck out of here. I am not a part of this pimp shit. Now, sometimes I've had to understand that, and I try to find reasoning in it. It's like, where I am in my energy now, it's like I'm like them. I'm not like them, like I go out here and I exploit women or nothing like that. But I am like them as in these motherfucking dudes out here that be trying to play games. Bitch, I play you better and you gonna buy me everything I want and then some. Bitch, you my bitch now. Like, so I guess I'm not very different from them now, am I? But I would not say I am, because that's what they want. They want me to believe that I'm like them because they want me to do their work. I think a lot of pimps not only come at me thinking like, oh, I'm going to make her my hoe. I think most of these niggas really want me to be their top girl. Like, they want me to be the one out here doing their dirty work for them. They know I'm smart as fuck. They know I'm fine as fuck, too. They know I could really probably set the dudes and the females up. But that's just not where my mind and my soul is at. I'm not on that type of time. If I wanted to be on that, I'd be a cold ass, evil ass motherfucker out here. For real. Powerful. I'd never get caught. Motherfuckers could see me do some shit and still wouldn't touch me because they be scared. Like, I would be a menace out here, bro, if I was evil. But you know, I think the fact that shit's there and people see it and they know that I could do that shit and they don't want to go down that road, I don't think people gonna fuck with me like that no more. Now, I'm not saying I'm completely immunized. I was telling myself earlier I was invincible, and bitch, I was on one earlier, but I'm a superhero. Fucking pimps up. What I'm saying is that, like, these motherfucking dudes, bro, they just gotta realize that some people out here not about to deal with this shit no more, bro. Like, nigga, we got shit to do, bitch. I'm trying to go to college and finish that shit. I ain't got time for niggas in class. I'm trying to teach you how to pimp celeb. I'm like, bitch, did you get left in the 60s, bro? We not on that shit no more, bro. Like, the niggas doing the pimp shit again, but they not dressed like how the pimps was. But if you go to the roots of this shit and you watch it from then on, you be looking like, bitch, you look like a clown. I honestly believe that was the best thing that the old school pimps could ever did for all of us, to show us how ridiculous this shit is by how they dressed back in the day and how that started. Like, just because the pimps now look a lot better dressed sometimes, but they still be crusty as fuck. Like, imagine a pimp without all his hoes. What the fuck he gonna do? Who he gonna fuck? Most of these pimps don't know how to take care of themselves. They gotta pay one of these barbers or somebody. Imagine if all the hoes and all the barbers and stylists cut all the pimps off. I'll wait. They don't got shit. Some of the pimps can dress, but bro, if they can't cut their hair and shit, then they don't got the sauce, bro. These niggas need other people, bro. That's why they fucking weak. These niggas weak. The real dangerous pimps is these niggas out here drinking all these juices and shit and still pimping girls. That's what you need to be looking at as the most dangerous niggas out here. That's the most, I don't know where them niggas at. They probably in New York City somewhere. The niggas out here on the conscious shit, drinking shit like this, okay? Drinking fucking ginger shots and chlorophyll and shit and still pimping girls. And using all type of like Egyptian and magical shit to do that. Dumb niggas is dangerous. Those the niggas I'm really worried about. Like, I'm worried about those niggas because I don't know how the fuck they doing that shit. Like, the health conscious pimp is a dangerous one. But if you think about it, that's probably more the floor Madeline caliber of the motherfucking slave trader eras that was before. They gotta be doing some other shit too, bro. They all got some type of weakness. Even if you got all the healthy shit. I'm telling you, I ain't even say nothing about Megan Thee Stallion. He asked me what kind of music I listen to. I ain't even tell him I like Megan Thee Stallion. That's how I be knowing I be talking to demons and not humans no more. Like, y'all, that's when I think that's the game changer in this deplatforming pimp culture shit. As a woman, when you start realizing that these pimps is demons and not humans, you spiritual, you realize you're not negotiating with something that needs to be negotiated with no more. You start realizing, like, you could give it telekinesis and say shit to it. Be like, you can say shit that don't sound intimidating to that motherfucker, but when you in your mind and you sending the telekinesis to it because it's a demon, you be like, bitch, I'll kill you. You already dead, bitch. Get the fuck out. I'm ready to go. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. I'm out, bitch. I gotta consent to this, bitch. I ain't fucking with you. See, most times the girls be giving unconscious consent subconsciously. That's really why the fucking goddamn pimps with the green juice and the spirulina and all that. That's why they so dangerous. Because they subconsciously getting consent from so many fucking women, and they're teaching the other pimps how to do it too. They gotta have an army of pimps. They still need protection. They all need their... That's why when one of them fall, they get so upset. Because they all need each other to stay up. So they can... Like, pimps down, hoes up type shit. That's why they made that. They need other people to survive. They are codependent. They are not the strong ones. They are the weakest links. The weakest link. I don't even think a pimp would even drink ginger. I bet you the pimps, even the conscious ones, be like, ginger nasty. Anything that's got to do with the solar plexus, they don't want it nowhere near you. They probably... That's why Dr. Sadie was saying certain shit that was healthy for us was not healthy for us. He didn't want us to know what the pimp juice, repellent juice was. All the shit, most of the shit he told us that wasn't unhealthy is unhealthy is because it was going to expose his ass as a pimp. Woo! Dr. Sadie was a pimp. I don't care what they say. They be trying to be like, I got the sea moss. Bitch, that's why I never drank that shit. I was like, that's mind control juice. The sea moss was mind control juice. I was like, if I was a witch and I wanted to control your mind, what would I use? Sea moss. Why? Because it looked like the brain. Shit, I think Dr. Sadie, one of them people said that shit. They was like, you need to get fruit and vegetables that look like the part of your body that you would like to heal. I don't know who the fuck said that shit. So I was like, oh, so I also got to be conscious that y'all bitch ass motherfuckers was out here using the same vegetables and fruits before because that's what witchcraft is. Who doing shit? We got to use certain things to do certain spiritual. So shit, that means that the fucking foods do the same. If they're using it in hoodoo, I can use, if it's edible, that's, motherfuckers has got hoodoo food and don't even know. Conscious community. You got sorcered food and you like, yes, it's vegan. The whole thing is witchcraft because it's all fucking chlorophyll and fae and energy and spirits. The whole thing. It's like a goddamn fucking drink of a shot of a fucking food. Like, man, stop it. These motherfucking conscious ass pimps is the ones I'm concerned about, bro. The spiritually inclined ones, the ones that know how to go talk to their ancestors, and they out here pimping bitches. Real concerned about those, bro. Those niggas is dangerous. And I said this in the other video. Bro, if you gotta get away from him, bro, you gotta make it where he can't see you leave. When you leave, he don't even got time to react. He can't gauge you. He can't read you. That nigga need to not be able to see you. That's how girls get caught in shit and dudes get caught out here when they lead a pimp. They lead a slave master. They got tracks on them. You can smell them. You can see them. That's how the dogs was finding the slaves. They would sniff them out. The slave catchers, they would sniff out the slaves. You got a smell of trauma and terror on you or something. When you get that shit under, until you learn how to get it off you, you got to mask it. You got to make sure he can't see you. He can't smell you. He can't do shit to even find you. This nigga need to be so cloaked off from you, he could be in the same building as you and still can't find you. See you, touch you, do shit to hurt you. Nothing. Cut these niggas off. That's the good thing about growing up. See, motherfuckers moved to Atlanta trying to get the juice. Bitch, I grew up in the forest where my ancestors actually had to run from fucking slave catchers and shit. I was eating juice and berries out those bushes, motherfucker. So when it come to fucking how to get the fuck away from these pimps and these niggas out here playing with me, bitch, I'm a motherfucking Harriet Tubman. Yeah, make the jokes in the streets. Niggas call me Harriet Tubman. That's fine. I don't give a fuck, bitch. You see me, you know what the fuck going on. I ain't in here for that. I ain't come to fucking goddamn Las Vegas to be no fucking hoe and no slave and no motherfucking bitch ass nigga. Never. My ancestors went through running through the forest barefoot. Ain't bathed in days, ain't ate in days. Selling drugs and shit so they could fucking have some way to fucking travel across the country to get their freedom papers, baby. My ancestors was the streets before the streets was called the streets. Slaves couldn't get no job. Freed slaves couldn't get no job. My ancestors had to find ways to make money when they got away from their slave masters and their slave catchers. And so girls when they get away from their pimp. I started motherfucking making weed butter so I would never have to sell pussy. And then I was gonna name the shit narco pussy, so when a nigga so obsessed with my pussy, the nigga could buy that from me. Being in the trap with these niggas, I learned how they think. But they thought that they was gonna outthink me. Try to take my people out, took my people out. My loved ones were dead and shit. Niggas think they was gonna get me, pimp me. Ooh, slave catcher came and ooh, I'ma get her. Ah. Came through these niggas, through the music. Came through these niggas, through the music. The slave catchers is in the music. But what they failed to realize is y'all ain't gonna never catch me. Even if I die, you never gonna catch me. I ain't never gonna be a slave. Never. And I speak this to all my people, bro. That I really rock with. These pimps, man, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't gonna never figure out the sauce. Even if you fucking watch the video, bitch, you still ain't gonna fucking figure out the sauce. And you're not gonna figure out how to block me. Or anybody that needs to get away from your bitch ass. I let that fucking door open. Let the Underground Railroad be reawoken. Niggas in the streets calling me Harriet Tubman. That's fine. It's a new era of abolition. We ain't got no time for no pimps and all they bullshit. You say you got the rhymes, but you ain't even doing shit. You saying you fucking got that brag, but your bag ain't nothing without pimping it. Yeah. So guess what, man? I'm over there. I'm over him. You know what I'm saying? That dude's energy was fucking stupid. It's like, why these beautiful people, like, I swear to you, people in the world, in the normal world, have no idea that that's what's going on inside those high rises. That people being pimped in that bitch to pay their rent. Selling pussy and shit. Selling dick, selling ass. People selling asshole for these high rises and shit. People have no idea in the regular world that that's what's going on to afford these places. And that's the sad part about the fantasy of, you know, what's going on in the world and shit. It's just sad. Well, I pray I heal. I pray that other people heal from this shit. Continue to deplatform pimp culture. Continue to make space for people to be free from bondage of all forms. Specifically from these niggas. Ashe, I'm out, bye.